Hello and welcome to the Renaissance Alternative Music Festival online edition. My name's Andrew Hobbs from the K2K Rock Show. Okay, our next artist will be most familiar to Renaissance goers as the frontman of the death blues band Bleak, but he released his debut solo album Stranger Country last year, in which he branched out into country and Americana music. He's got a remix album of that coming out later this year, which takes it in all sorts of exciting new directions, but we're very pleased to welcome a solo performance by Howlin, Anton, Bleak.
Hi, I'm Howlin, Anton, Bleak, and it's wonderful to have the opportunity to perform for this very special digital online edition of Renaissance Alternative Music Festival, which ICE and the team have been putting on for nearly a decade. I've played many of these events, and last year it was heartbreaking when we couldn't do it. So I think this is innovative, and it's very important that we do come together in this format. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity to perform for you all this evening. These have been difficult times indeed, but I think it's easier to be creative in difficult times, and it's in a way helpful mentally and emotionally and spiritually to be able to respond to negativity and to difficult times, challenging times, with creativity. So during this time I have written a number of songs. Some of the lyrics have been very dark, very negative, but at the same time I feel strong and expressive, because they are a direct response, and in a way a defiant response to some of the horrors and some of the difficulties that we're witnessing around us. And I do think it's very important to remain creative and to keep responding in the best way we know how when we are challenged like this. In the summer of last year, I released my debut solo album, Stranger Country. Most of you know me from my work with the band Bleak and with Misnomer and some other bands. This was the first time I struck out on my own, so to speak, but in reality I did not. I still had most of the Bleak team around me and many other friends, many other collaborators. So the album Stranger Country was hugely facilitated, of course, by ICE, who is the organizer of this festival. Without him it would not be possible, and actually many other performers who have previously played or somehow participated in Renaissance Alternative Festival, and I'm very grateful for that. Well, something which is very exciting. We've taken the album Stranger Country and we've given a song each to some of the best industrial, alternative, dark folk artists, many of whom are connected with the Renaissance Alternative Music Festival, and they're each producing a unique remix, a unique interpretation of one of the songs from the album Stranger Country. So watch out for that remixes project in the near future. It's going to be very different, very challenging, and it's going to take things which are familiar and rearrange them in such a way which nobody has heard before, and I'm very excited about that. Once again, thank you very much for the opportunity to participate in this very important digital edition of the Renaissance Alternative Music Festival, and I look forward to seeing all of the other performances. Thank you. Good evening, Renaissance Alternative Music Festival. I am Howlin, Anton, Bleak. When the seas they boil up and bubble, when the earth is shaking and erupting, when charity and power corrupting, when the army is marching on the double. Yes, that is when we learn to see. I think too late for me and thee, I guess too late for me and thee. We'll see great Satan rising. When the birds are flying low, when the eagle roosting in the bed, you gotta pay for water and for air, and all the saints are marching to death row. Yes, that is when we learn to see. I think too late for me and thee, I guess too late for me and thee. We'll see great Satan rising. And the choir sings hallelujah, and the wind it howls merry, and the truth is good enough to fool ya, and every miracle is ordinary. When there is a black man in a dome, when there is a white man in the red house, when there is a black man in the White House, when the father calls his children home. That's right, that's when we learn to see. I think too late for me and thee, I guess too late for me and thee. We'll see great Satan rising. And the choir screams hallelujah, and the wind it howls merry, and the truth is good enough to fool ya, and every miracle is temporary. Some of us will wail and gnash our teeth. Some of us will bow down to this demon. Some of us we won't even see him. Some of us die standing, some will fall to our knees. And that is when we learn to see. I think too late for me and thee, I think too late for me and thee. We'll see great Satan rising. And the choir sings hallelujah, and the choir sings hallelujah, and the choir sings hallelujah. Thank you, Renaissance. Good night.
Up next, we've got some ambient doom industrial from Brooklyn and New York City. This is Tribes of Medusa.
Hi, this is Tommy and Andrew of Tribes of Medusa.
During this pandemic, it has been very challenging creatively, paralyzing at times, but with time we were able to tap into new inspirations.
Patriarchy is a tribute to my late father. To continue to write and collaborate and hopefully play live. Please let us know what you think. We appreciate any and all feedback. Big thank you to Ice and the Dicor crew.
So coming up next, this is a music video from the soundtrack album of a rock musical called Rasputin Rocks, which I wrote with Alistair Smith. And the album was produced by Ice Kura and is available now on iTunes, Spotify and all digital music retailers. So check this out. This is Mad Monk Rock from Rasputin Rocks.
Everybody better bow down before me. I'm back. I'm all thought out and I'm on the attack. Beware, take care. I'm as horny as a sailor in a brothel, yeah. Number one, gonna have some fun. So, how about it, ladies wanna come get some? I'm Rasputin and I'm the Mad Monk, and everything you've heard is true. I'm Rasputin, I'm the Mad Monk, and I'm coming after you. They tried to kill me, but they couldn't bring me down. I survived and I fought back and I turned their trousers brown. I'm deadlier than syphilis, I'm hung like a giraffe. And if you think you'll take me on, well please don't make me laugh. I'm Rasputin, I'm the Mad Monk, and everything you've heard is true. I'm the Mad Monk, and I'm coming after you. I want to see some pole dancing.
Okay.
Wait, there has been some kind of mistake here. I do not wish to see traditional Polish dancing. I want to see some hot lap dancing action, baby. Come on!
Okay,
That's more like it. Come on, baby, you know what I like.
Oh, we know exactly what you like. I bet you've never seen that before.
Oh, baby, you know what to do. I'm a badass monk, I'm a super funky brother, and I'll kick your ass and then I'll probably fuck your mother. I'm as horny as fuck. Anybody wanna try their luck? Oh, I'm broad and free and you can't kill me. I'm 193. Yeah, I'm back in town, now come get this. I've had more women than Mozar kills. I'm the Mad Monk, and everything you've heard is true. I'm Rasputin, I'm the Mad Monk, and I'm coming after you. Thank you, Kremlin. Good night.
next artist is the solo project of the frontman of Deep Trip from Switzerland. This is Sam Moser.
Hello, my name is Sam Moser. I'm a singer, guitar player, and producer from Zurich, Switzerland. During this time with this pandemic, I was actually really creative. I went to the studio in French part of Switzerland with a drummer and the bass player, and we recorded 4 tracks. One of it is Jailbreak. I will put the link after. It's really pure rock songs. Then I brought out the video Broken Wings that is actually based on this, what's going on at the moment with this pandemic. And another track and video on YouTube, Dimensions, I released on Bandcamp. Yeah, I write a lot of songs in my studio and produce, and I used to play also on the demos here in Switzerland for freedom. Actually, my current release is Dimensions. I just brought out the video and released it on Bandcamp. Work in progress is I work on the tracks that I recorded with the bass player and the drummer. So I'm adding some guitars on top, making the vocals, and put everything a bit more together in my studio. And then release it an EP called Like an Animal, I guess in 2 months about. And work on many songs. I wrote many things in this period. My future plans are go to play live again for sure when it's possible. Otherwise I would go in the street, bought just a big battery with everything fixed together, play with amps. I go with my drummer and the bass player. Just go in the street and bring the live music back to the people. Be happy, creative, and make music.
Jack this, feel that sound. Strike a match and hit the ground. Turn it up and play it loud. 'Cause we're about to rock this crowd. Yeah, it's jailbreak, jailbreak. Just in time, I went through a lot of shit. Chasing after all them hits. Sold out, sold my soul. Went down that sucker road. Yeah, it's jailbreak, jailbreak. Just in time, here we go. Yeah! Fight me, censorship. I never really like your list. You're rough, but I am tough. Turned you down, I had enough. Yes, jailbreak, jailbreak. Just in time, you know what I got. Ain't nothing you can stop. Hold on, my control. Stay away from that rabbit hole. Yes, jailbreak, jailbreak. Just in time, here we go. Yeah!
So you've hopefully noticed during this online edition of Renaissance, this amazing 3D representation of the RAM logo. So we're going to meet the artist responsible for that now. They had a recent exhibition with an innovative look at the London skyline. So this is Fill and Void.
Hi there, I am the Renaissance interview dude. I'd like to ask you some questions regarding Fill and Void.
Okay, carry on then.
So, what exactly are you doing?
Fill and Void is an art project run by John Roth and Kosak Shinohara. Our current focus is on large format CNC cut screens capturing urban sites.
How do you keep creative during these times?
To us, community and architecture matters a lot. So we draw inspiration from people and places around us and turn these aspects into meaningful objects.
Tell us about your work in progress.
We started off with a series called London Voids, but we're also exploring images from other cities as well as mixed techniques combined with 3D printing, graphics and typography.
What are your future plans?
We're working on more artworks and different ideas for the time after lockdown and doom messages, and looking forward to see you soon in reality.
Is there anything you want to add?
Happy days.
Okay, I think our next band have probably got the record for this year's festival for number of members. They can have up to 15 members, so we'll see how many they've got today. If we'd been able to go ahead with our plans for the live festival as usual, they were actually going to have to play on both stages at the same time. From South London, this is Danny Valentine and the Meditations.
Hi, I'm Danny from Danny Valentine and the Meditations. It's a real privilege to play Renaissance online, so thank you for involving us, and thanks to all of you for watching and listening to all the artists involved. We're really lucky to be able to do that, and it's been a real help dealing with a lot of the things that we've all been dealing with, the isolation or the stress if you're working through it. And having the ability to sublimate a lot of those feelings through music or art is just, well, it's a privilege, but it's also a huge help. I've spent a lot of time with the band writing and producing new material, which has been great over the internet. Technology helps a lot with that. You just got to stay focused on it. Sometimes it's really hard, particularly if you're doing it on your own, but the experience and the outcome is worth it. So staying focused is important. Well, we've got our second album out, second full album, Darkest Days of the Empire. It's out now. You can download it or listen to it on all the usual channels, or you can buy a physical copy on very nice splattered vinyl from our website at dvatm.com. It's been out for a while though, it's time to move on. Well, we are going into a studio in the middle of nowhere in Wales at the end of April to start recording our third full album. We've made 2 full albums with the band, plus 2 improvised instrumental albums and a live album, but this is our third full long player. really excited about that, really excited to go away into a remote place, obviously complying with COVID restrictions. And Are You Degenerated, which is a song we performed for you, is going to be on that record, so we hope you enjoy it. First of all, thank you so much for getting involved and giving the time to listen. I'm really grateful for that. I think the only message that I want to give is one of love and kindness to all of you. Look after yourselves, look after each other, continue to support independent artists as well. Thank you so much. Cheers. Hello, Renaissance. We are Danny Valentine and the Meditations. We've made this special version of Are You Degenerated? Just for you. We hope you enjoy.
Okay, we're going to meet an Italian manga comic artist now and see some of her work. This is Eleanor Vitaliano.
Hi, my name is Elena Vitaliano. I am an Italian manga and comic creator. I love writing and drawing my own stories. Sometimes I write stories for other people, for other artists to draw, and very rarely I illustrate stories written by other people. That's probably because I do enjoy too much creating stories and I don't want to miss any chance, any opportunity to do that. I have been highly influenced by Japanese animation and manga, which are Japanese comics, during my childhood. And that's why I studied Japanese at university, and I lived in Japan for a while and studied it there. At the moment, I'm lucky enough to cooperate with a Japanese publishing house. I really care for my readers, and I want them to fully enjoy my stories. I want my stories to be involving for them, full of emotions, and I always want to leave them with a sense of hope. Pandemic has been quite surreal, sort of being in a movie, apocalyptic movie. Honestly, it has been sad not to be able to see family and friends, but I thought, well, I have to stay home anyway, so I better focus on my work. And, I started to create even more comics, and I even made a web comic free for everybody to read, so that was my contribution to make pandemic less tough in some way. Just wanted to give something to other people. Also, despite everything, 2020 has been the year my first book has been released in Italy. Please enjoy my work that is available online for free. I made it for you, and I would be glad if you send me a feedback.
Our next artist released their new album From the Shadows very recently. We're really pleased to have them at Renaissance Alternative Music Festival. This is Cryogenica.
Hi, we are Cryogenica. I'm Karina, I'm the singer.
Hi, I'm Mikey, I'm the bass player.
Hi, I'm Joy, I play guitar.
Hi, I'm Django, I play the drums.
Well, John is the creator on Really. He writes the music, but he has sent me lots of music. So I've been sitting down right here writing lyrics, trying to take inspiration from my surroundings. So I've been going to my books quite a lot. So I've written lyrics about Dickens stories, about Alice in Wonderland and escapism, and bats, inspired by my bat poetry, which is my second song on bats, because I quite like bats.
Well, we don't have a title for the new album, but we have 13 tracks so far. Some of it is incredibly heavy, like Korn type heavy. Some of it is very, very mellow. Lots of electronics, which I'm sure everybody will love because it's going to be very Nine Inch Nails-ish, not to mention the usual guitar madness, lots of Curve-esque feedback and Jesus and Mary Chain, overdriven noise, such fun. It's a nice eclectic mix of industrial madness and gothic sensibilities, and boys, you'll love it.
I think one of the things that we've learned is how much we miss gigging. So we will gig the shit out of 2021 and hopefully a little bit out of 2020. And we'll just keep writing songs. We'll just keep banging them out and hope to play live as much and as soon as we can. We'll get there.
We look forward to seeing you all soon, hopefully later on in this year. And now enjoy To the Sky. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm DJ Hades, and I'm the co-organizer of Dark Malta Festival and also owner of the Garage Club in Malta and also of Hades Management. Dark Malta Festival is the only Gothic industrial and metal festival here in Malta. It was founded by myself and my fiancée Alera De Lune in 2017, with the first edition being held in 2018 and the second edition back in 2019. We had a massive feedback, especially for the second edition. People from all over the world traveled for the festival, and we're really looking for the 2020 edition. Unfortunately, for obvious reasons, since the festival happened in April, both the editions of 2020 and 2021 had to be postponed, but we will be back in April 2022 with another awesome lineup. For the first time, Dark Malta will be held on a 3-day, not on 2 days as the previous editions, and for sure we promise you an awesome festival. Being a DJ, a festival organizer, and also various events organizer and a club owner, the pandemic affected us badly as it affected really all the world. Unfortunately, health comes first, so for sure all the events had a valid reason to be postponed, but I'm quite positive that we will return back stronger. For sure it will be a different normality, we'll live a different life, I believe, after the pandemic, but we still will come back strong, and we can promise you that in 2022 we're ready to give you a hell of a party. Hopefully we'll meet each other in 2022 here in Malta for Dark Malta Festival, but also in the UK for Renaissance Festival. I can assure you that in April, Malta, the weather is beautiful. Malta is a country rich in history. There's a lot to do, and combining an awesome festival and a good holiday, especially after all we've been through, I can assure that it can be a winning package. So, see you all in 2022, and please be safe. See you all.